You want this shut?
Yeah, please. Thank you. My name's Jared. I'd like to welcome all of you guys to Onyx Cave. I grew up around rocks, caves, and geology. I've always been a very science enthusiast, so if you have a question about something in the tour here, just let me know. When we found the cave, it was 1971. The owner of the property was the same person who built Guntown Mountain back in 1968. By around the beginning of the 70s, he decided to go ahead and expand a little bit. They were just getting a lot more traffic than what they'd expected when they originally designed the park. So they had this adjacent hillside that really had nothing on it. And he thought it'd be a good place to put in a parking lot and a space for a boardwalk with some amusement rides to kind of break the crowds up a little bit. Well, to do that, they had to...
Get to the walls.
Walk your step.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful.
What is this tied in it?
Yeah.
Don't touch the wall.
Somebody threw some Coke cans on it.
Definitely sideways here.
Okay.
God.
You just wait a minute, babe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta get a picture right here, too. Okay. Ooh, right up above, I gotta take a picture of that.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Little tiny squeeze.
Okay. You alright?
Hang on. I gotta get down here.
Oh, he's down on his knees.
Alright.
I love my honey.
Crawling through. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yep, I'm coming.
Okay.
I had to find a bigger hole in that wall to crawl through. Okay.
You did good.
Industrious.
Couldn't get it. What, how far is this down?
35 feet.
A lot. A long, long way.
35 feet.
Oh.
Now, in the beginning, you know, all of these pits are just cracks in the limestone, and they get flooded with the same type of acid that we ingest in Cokes. Carbonic acid, you know, CO2 and water mixed together. Just carbonated water is a... See, it works for most things, except for like heights. It seems like the more you learn about heights, the scarier they become.
Oh, okay.
32 feet per second.
Oh my gosh.
You gonna be alright?
Honey, will I be okay?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay, I'll just hold on to the rails. Move it down.
Oh no, that was nuts.
Is that why this looks wet?
It is still forming.
Still forming, still making.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the most common nickname for that specific bumpy shape is a cave coral. You also hear people call it a cave popcorn sometimes. But the real name for it, like the actual textbook name, is coralite. It grows up, and eventually the two grow together into one piece.
Yeah.
What really makes them interesting, though, is they say it takes 100 years for that stalactite to form down 1 inch, and 300 years for the stalagmite to grow up 1 inch. That little rock there, that's 4 or 5. I used to think it was pretty funny to take like any of the cave stories, like with Jesse James in them. Like, you know, like there's always like, well, Jesse James was hiding from a posse of police and went into the cave and blah blah blah. I always think it's funny to like substitute Jesse James' name with Yoda. It's like, yeah, Yoda was totally trying to avoid an army of ninjas. Discovered.
Zoom in a little bit. Hang on, keep it up that way.
You guys can step onto this bottom room if you like. It's a dead end, but it's beautiful. After you get a good look at everything, you'll follow me upstairs.
Okay.
There we go.
We're already here? Oh, we just want to, okay. What's with the black?
That's where algae had grown.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It comes to that. Got another little cave going way back up in the supposed to go back.
How was the squeeze? Ooh.
Ready? You're not climbing on rocks. It looks like they're hanging on there.
Well, I'm changing.
Makeshift grill. 3 rocks and the top of an old grill.
Okay.
All right, this is how you cook on a camping trip. So here we go. Here's what you do. You take your chili beans, and then you take these beans, and see, you go like this. You go.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
That's what you do.
Eat up. That is all for now. All right, this is you've heard of MTV Cribs. This is called the Oswald Redneck Mansion. So this is our tent. We got a queen size air mattress, and each one of us has a little fan next to our side there. You can see Adrianne's got her stuff she's been writing and her markers and stuff over there, and over there's our stuff. And there is plenty of room to stand up and walk around in this thing. And up top is wide open. We got a window on every side, plus the whole roof is open. And this thing does have like a rain roof on it, but it's not going to rain, so we didn't put it up. So, all right, now let's go out here. There's Adrianne. I think she is. Are you playing solitaire?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-mm. No, I'm not.
We have our mosquito candles going. There's our campfire. Even though it's nice out, but it's still, I mean, there's no reason to have a campfire right now. We've already eaten. The only reason I have a fire going, this just gives me something to do, to play with the fire. Then we have this guy over here that showed up in like a tour bus. There's our clothesline with our towels and swimwear. And it's just now starting to get a little bit dark. So, all right. Let's see. That's our garbage bag hanging up there. We shall see you tomorrow at the cave and the cave museum. Stand by. What doing?
Yes.
Solitaire.
I'm addicted to it.
coming down like. I can't see the face.
Oops.
You in that video camera.
Down, down, down. What was food? follow this path, Daddy? Are we going this ramp? Are we following him?
Now we've come down the elevator into our sinkhole. And you can see our sinkhole is fairly large. It's also got the nice little funnel shape to it. So anytime we have a whole lot of rain, the water collects, it rushes down the hill, and can act. Spider-Man? There he is, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Now in 1880, Dr. Thomas bought our cave for a total of $375. He bought it for the sole purpose of using the cave for the water. He wanted the water for his house, his dentist office, and he supplied to 2 other stores in the city. He put a pump down inside the ledge of the sea, sent the water back to the hill, and a pipe hanging up from the ceiling, up through the reservoir to a water tower that was set on the ledge. In 1905, Dr. Thomas passed away, and his son took over. He thought of another way to make money by giving. That's a light that turns on, but it shows one of the little passageways that we have. You'll see it better once you start going down the stairs, go down right to it. You can see it kind of curves off, and it actually goes around the back side of the sinkhole, and it comes out down this other side of the sinkhole. Now we've actually had Mike Rose from the show Dirty Jobs here before. He was here for about a week. First couple of days he was going back deep in the cave with cave biologists. They was looking for new species of cave beetle. The other days he was actually doing sinkhole cleanups off-site. Motor oil. Now motor oil is so slick that you can stand still and you can still see the fall. Bubble up so slick that you can step in and foot from it. The next thing you should sometimes be your foot out. Eventually it will come out, but you should probably say those 2 types of added on seed are our off-focus. And our third type is peanut butter like this here. You see it's kind of got the color of peanut butter, but usually when you touch it, it's actually got the texture of peanut butter. Now what's that? If you do touch it, make sure you don't get on your clothes, because it does do a pretty good job of staining. Now however though, you can see this nice stop to a lot of our Boys and Girls Club and our YMCA kids, they're coping with families, writing names, and drawing all over the mud. They're going to break them away. Now these steps just connect to where the wooden steps start now. And this is the water pump. This is what Dr. Thomas uses to send the water up and out of the cave. That chain on the side works just like a bike chain, fired by this crankshaft, it's fired by a water wheel that's downstream. The water rushing through will turn the water wheel, will turn the crankshaft, and send the water up these pipes, inside of here, back up all the way up to 1 inch from the ceiling, eventually all the way up to the water tower. Now you also got to be very wide to sell the water. He decided he's going to sell it for about 10 cents a month. We made his mirror on about 3 quick. The cave king, the only way he's going to get drinking water was either out of the well in the country or out of his cave. He also figured with the water rushing through here, why not actually make electricity? So using hydroelectric, he actually provided electricity to the city of Horse Cave. Which actually made Horse Cave the second city in Kentucky to have electricity. Louisville was the first. For him to be a dentist, to be back in the late 1800s, he had a pretty small web and engineer things to get him done. And a lot of little school people point out, you gotta have a lot of money. Now these exit steps are a little steep, so watch your step when you're going down. And you go to the boardwalk. Make sure you don't lean through the rails, because there's some big openings in the rails. So don't climb off so strict. Because anything that happens on the surface of Cave City is eventually going to end up underground here. Now that is where we also take all the off trails. We got the 3 and the 5-hour off trails that goes down that way. Those are the ones you're going to have to walk, crawl, slither, slush in the mud. Guaranteed you won't keep that low. That is the reason our water level rise so quickly in the rains land. Now the fastest we've ever seen it rise is about 4 feet in about 30 minutes. That's what's been raining for about a solid hour and a half or so on the surface. We had a frog that was living on the ledge here. And that right there, that's a skull. You can see him there.
What is that?
That's one of our surface crayfish. Now they're actually about 50 to 75% bigger than our blind ones.
That's a lobster.
And they've actually got fine, you can see that they got that fine layer of gray that goes over the back.
Right about.
That is
Yep,
the
it's
biggest
smaller.
crayfish I've ever seen.
That's the lobster.
That's actually not even the biggest one we've got in here.
Wow.
Let's see if we can find. Now we've also got.
Very steep steps. Everything is wet. This room is huge.
Now we climbed up our stairs into what we call first dome. Now eventually that is going to create a passageway that you're going to be able to walk through. Now in 2200 years, that's going to look the same. A few thousand years from now, this cave's going to look a lot different. It's going to have a lot more crevices and passageways that you're going to be able to walk and squeeze through. Now we've got one other formation. We're in the ceiling. See those little bitty sticks? Those are what we call soda straws. Now the reason they're called soda straws is because they're hollow in the center just like a straw. Those actually form the same way icicles do. So the water dripping down the center of them is actually making them grow longer and longer. Soda straws grow about 1 inch every 15 years. The longest ones we've ever found have been about 12 to 15 inches long, and they've been down south range. Now the reason in our cave that you won't see any of the stalactites or the stalagmites is actually because of the waste of about 5.5 acres. It's roughly about 185 feet tall, about 500 feet wide. Dr. Thomas actually used to hold dances, balls, and speakeasies back there when he owned the cave. They would use wooden boards and steps to cross the river, go along all the ridges, and through all the passageways that led back. He actually got to had so many parties back there that he decided to go in and dance floor in the bandstand. Now he couldn't use the end dollars. Pretty much like standing at the bottom of the river, taking the ball, going straight up, touching the top of the first stone, it's about another 20 or 40 feet added onto it. We pretty much knew he'd be able to keep his money, to make them feel pretty silly for not making the ball out of him. Now we actually do have an off-trail tour that goes back to Sunset. It's one of our 5-hour off-trails. For that, when you actually have to cross the railing down by the bottom of the steps coming up in the first stone, walk around the first stone between the rocks and the wall.
I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna let them go.
Okay, if they want to go. You guys can go if he wants to go.
We are home. Thanks for watching. Bye.